Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Xa Talk Show. Today is September 6th, Friday, 9 o'clock p.m. San Francisco time, and I am 3 minutes early. So, since I'm 3 minutes early, I'm just going to work on something on my blogs until people comes in. Then we're gonna do something. Okay. So right now I'm just going to work on my blog. So you see this window is all my Emacs commands. If you don't know what I'm doing, you can just look at it. It'll show the command name. So here is my Emacs blog. So people, if you are here, comments and let me know what topic you like me to talk about today. Okay, so right now I'm just going to work on my blog. Okay, so I need to work. So yesterday we did a talk show on Emacs Lisp regular expressions. So if you are an Emacs user, or if you are interested in coding Emacs Lisp, check out yesterday's video, Emacs Lisp tutorial. And what I need to do is that I have this tutorial that I need to add some more information, because yesterday we talked about a technique to automatically convert regular expression syntax from interactive commands to a string to be used in Emacs Lisp function. So there is a way to automatically do that. So which is actually here. This is my This is my talk show page. You can see every time I make a talk show, I kind of log it in my own website. So here's a video. I have JavaScript off, but if you have JavaScript on, you can see it. And here's a URL, xali.info. This is my local version. So we talked about these subjects, and here are the notes. When I was talking in a talk show, I also write it down so you get a sense of what we talked about. And so there is a technique to convert, okay, which is here. What I need to do is I need to put this into my Emacs Lisp regular expression tutorial. So that's so I'm just working on my blog. Hey, good morning, Uberfun 2000. Haven't seen you before. Where are you from? So Ubuntu, Uberfun says augmented reality. I love your live stream. Thank you. Always a pleasure to hear that. Was just in San Francisco, wondering what you think about augmented reality. I tried the Magic Leap at ATT flagship store by Union Square. Have you? No. Actually, so I don't know anything about augmented reality. Good morning, Barrio. Barrio, another new guy. So where you from? Say, type of country or city. So Uberfun says about augmented reality. That thing has been around for a while now. So I joined Second Life. I don't know if you guys know Second Life. Let me show you. Okay. So by the way, type of topic. Okay. So if you guys want me to talk about Python, Golang, Emacs, something type of topic, so we talk about that. Otherwise, let's just let the thoughts run free. So let me show you my Second Life. Second Life. What's going on? Oh, okay. So Second Life blog, SCL blog. Okay, showing browser and Second Life introduction to Second Life. This is Second Life, and it is or was fantastic. This is kind of the first, well, virtual reality. Second Life, kind of. So they have all these are inside Second Life. For example, these things are built by people. Everything in Second Life you see is built by people. Second Life in general is just like a 3D game. Today you have lots of 3D games, first person shooting or Zelda. Very realistic graphics. So what is Second Life? Second Life is kind of, it appears like a 3D game, except everything inside is actually built by people. It's not exactly a game because there is no goal. It's nothing like you go in and you have to, take the, beat the monsters or do something. Nothing. Not No goal. No goal whatsoever. It is exactly just like real life. What you want to do depends on you. You can you can be a politician. You can, anything. There's no goal or anything. So everything in Second Life, there's thousands of different communities, just like real life. People do different things. You can be a politician, you can be a gangster, prostitute, businessman, or just a normal people, or artist, or weird people. You can be a hobo. In fact, there are people in Second Life who are hobos. Like living on the street. Kind of. So it's extremely diverse. You got furries this particular place, math. So you can walk around inside the dome. You can look around. Just like a 3D stuff. And people have built incredible, amazing things. For example, this place is a emulation. How you call it? Well, emulation of the real this place, Mount Saint Michel. In I think that's in France or somewhere around. It's a it's kind of a castle. Like what year is it? So anyone know this place? It's kind of now it becomes tourist place. In France or somewhere around there, or Italy or something. So it's a it's a monk's castle, something like that. Monastery. So Mount Saint Michael is a rocky tidal island and a commune in Normandy, France. Okay, it is located approximately 1 kilometer. Blah blah blah. And anyway, so there's a Wikipedia article on it. But anyway, so people have built all these interesting things, and here it is avatars. You can dress yourself however you like. For example, if you are a girl, or even if you are a boy, you can yourself can look like Alice. This is me. This girl with this funky hair, that's me. And that's my friend. She is fantastic. She is and this guy. But okay, so when I talk about Second Life, I lived in Second Life for 4 years. So almost like every day, I spend 4 or more hours every day for at least 4 years, from 2007 to about 2011, every day 4 years. So it's like your life, you live in it, basically. So your life, you know a lot of people, you met people, and sometimes you met in real life afterwards. So her she's Janessa. Oh, I hope I know her. She's Janessa. So I haven't talked to her for like 9 years. Her name is Janessa, and this guy was her well is her boyfriend. We are friends. We are all know each other. So they actually met in real life, and became couple. So anyway, so you have Alice, you have tremendous bunch of things, and so that's Second Life. And here's another Alice avatar, and she's another friend. She's in Sacramento in USA. And okay, look at this skeleton. This is a variation of the Sonic Hedgehog. That is me. You can change your avatars, but look at her. She's sexy. All these avatars, you can be anything. You can be a girl, Alice, a pretty slaves, or a monster, a dragon, a furry, or a soldier like this guy. We were playing first person shooter games in Second Life. So he's one of our team. Anyway, that's there's a huge amount of stories. So these are some animals or furries. Today a lot of people, the millennial generation, they like to be furries, and these are not exactly furries. Like these are just animals, but they are also furries. I'm gonna show you. Well, because I have like hundreds of pictures, so I may not talk about that. And these different buildings, cathedrals, exotic buildings. All these are like 3D stuff. Like you can walk on a on you can walk on this bridge and look around or go inside. So it's quite amazing. And remember, let me say this again: everything in Second Life is built by people, just like you and me. I've never built something great like this, but there are so many art eccentric people and artist types. They build this, and yeah. So uh, and you play. You just have fun, do whatever. Here is some high tech architectures, and this one, for example, is built by a mathematician. This is rhombic buildings. You can actually go inside, uh, and then you have some companies build this. Okay, so back to the question: augmented reality. Um, Augmented reality, I actually never had any experience except Second Life, which is not exactly reality. I mean, when we talk about virtual reality today, we think of goggles, right? So I never actually know much or anything or done anything like that. So yeah, no. Because partly because I don't have money. You have to have money to buy those goggles, and you have to. So I never looked into any of those. But there is, like, today you have augmented reality on the phone, on the cell phone, where when the phone shows a camera, right? You see stuff, but then some 3D object can appear in the phone screen, and you can rotate it. That I kind of looked into a little bit. I don't find it particularly interesting. Yeah. So anyway, that's about Second Life. So if you want me to talk about more Second Life, I can. And uh, so Second Life, these are Second Life. Here is a pregnant woman, and here's a woman girl with uh, nose rings and stuff. Oh, okay, we're getting we're getting into some realm. Anyway, so let's show. Okay, and also this is fantastic. This one, this is a kind of a vehicle. Okay, so you see this giant uh, ammonite. It's a extinct animal. This thing, but you can ride on it. So her name, this woman, Bathsheba, she is a mathematician. You might have seen her sculptures because she sell her sculptures. Let me show you. So I met her. At least she was in Second Life, and she make these math sculptures. I don't know if you have seen. You can buy. They are you can buy these math sculptures, and she's got, okay, so that's what she look like right now. But anyway, so look at this one, Klein bottle. Now this is actually a can opener, so you can open beers with it. Let's see if I can. Okay, I don't have JavaScript on, but you can. So anyway, she make those, and she in Second Life she built this thing. This thing is what you call, it's called a vehicle. So Basically you can ride on it and this thing blow fire, that's so we had a lot fun. So Second Life is fun like that. So you ride this thing, and you just chat, talk about just like we are doing right now. You chat about whatever technology, whatever interests to you. And for example, this someone built this is in religion, in Asia, in China, you have the concept of hell. I mean, in Western, you have concept of hell, but in Asia, you also have that. However, the concept of hell is rather different. Okay, on the whole, they are kind of similar. Where it's when you die, you go to hell, or well, in Western religion, you go to heaven or hell. Okay, similar things happen in China. In Chinese religion, you have hell. When you did bad in life, you go to hell, and hell looks like that. So this is the Eastern Asian kind of picture depiction of hell. And you have okay, then you have Japanese buildings. Then you have these what is this 18th century, how do you call these rigged ship? They have names, for these ships, very technical jargons. People build it. So anyway, that's Second Life. So okay, let me go back to read comments. Okay, so comments, guys, not enough comments. So I don't know if I let's see how long I've been talking. uh 16 minutes. Okay, comments and pick a topic. So good morning, Abdul. So Barrio says, hi Xa. Urban is in Toronto. Oh, okay. Visits Bay Area every few months. Oh, that's great. That's fantastic. Uber, Uber fun, Uber fun. So are you following me because of the my Emacs stuff? That's how you found me, or how did you find me? Okay, okay. Barrio is from Houston, Texas. Houston. Okay, which is famous for Houston. We got a problem. And good morning, George. Where is George from? Oh my God, it's embarrassing if I forgot. Uh, are you the one from Sacramento? Uh, okay, either Sacramento or Southern California or Australia. I don't remember. You like if you put some more info, I remember. So Barrier says, personal question: how do you manage to live in one of the most expensive places in North America? Admirable. No, it's not admirable at all. Well, how do I? You just do. I mean, I guess I mean, I have roommates. We share roommates. I have, let's see, one, two, three, four other guys. So total of five people. And right now the rent is $2,300. Yeah, two rooms, two bedroom apartment, one bathroom, $23,000 in Mountain View, which is the most expensive place right now because Google, Facebook, all these programmers are here, and my roommates they work in restaurants. They don't know anything about technology. They didn't they didn't graduate high school. They never went to high school, so they don't know what the fuck is programming or physics. So so they work in restaurant, right? Well, typically, so if you go work at McDonald's, for example, you make about $3,000 a month. $3,000 a month if you work in McDonald's, minimum wage. That's basically how much they make. And I make $1,000 a month, so I'm below the minimum wage. You just One day I'll be gone. I don't know what. I don't have a plan. So, uh, you know. So George. So okay. So Barrio, Houston. Okay. So Barrio, you also found me from my Emacs tutorial, right? Or something else? Let me know. So George says, interested to hear your opinion on ORMS and SQL. Okay, what is ORMS? Getting really sick of ORMS lately. Don't see the problem with just using SQL. So I don't know what is ORMS. I'm actually kind of old and outdated with regards to technology. object object relational mapping. Okay, that is the worst shit possible. Okay, object relational mapping. I never, I will never use it. If a company use it, I will not work for that company, whatever that is. I don't know. I don't actually know uh, much about it. But one time, this is like 3 years ago, I started to kind of trial in this company, and they use they use Python, and they use a object relational kind of database. So I tried to read about it. It's crap. Okay, I it's not okay. That's biased opinion, but I don't like it at all. I don't like anything object oriented programming. Like I said many times in my life, in 30 years of coding, I never uh, code anything object oriented, unless in a company, if you have to follow whatever is already there. But in my own thing, I never ever use a object, never. So in JavaScript, for example, I just do in JavaScript, it's all pure functional. So yeah, so that's about uh, object relational mapping. What the fuck? It's no good. Okay, that's my personal opinion. I would not even learn it. SQL. Now SQL is classic, and it's unavoidable. Database. In fact, database. Whenever you do programming, and when there is a database, that's kind of a hallmark of industrial uh, serious programming. Whenever you got the database involved, so it's kind of, so that's critical. uh, SQL. I haven't actually coded SQL for I guess for 15 years. Okay, but I know SQL inside out. Okay. It was, I've used Oracle database, but mostly I've used MySQL. I've read the entirety of MySQL documentation, kind of from cover to cover, at least in 2005. That's when I did a contract job for Stanford University, the Hoover Institution. They abuse, you got someone who abused, I got paid very cheaply, but she's taking all the money. So Hoover, Hoover Institution is kind of a organization that's related, that's somewhat, I don't know exactly what's the relation, but it's part of the Stanford University in Palo Alto here. The Stanford University. It's a big Ivy League university. So they have this Hoover Institution, which is, I think, right wing. Whatever they think, like think tank. Hoover Institution is kind of like right wing think tank, I think. So Hoover Institution, and they need they need to create a website. So anyway, so apparently there are a lot of people, these independent managers. They don't code. Okay, so that she took the job, and she has me work on it. So I get paid pretty. I think it's like dirt cheap. It's almost like and she gets money. Yeah, I don't know how exactly how much, but anyway, this is 2005. So I did that. And so yeah, so at that time I read the entirety of MySQL manual. Uh, well, I read SQL manuals before. I have read, but that's almost like a second time. Anyway, that's about SQL, and I have never used. Basically, since that's my last big project. I kind of my last big industrial project. So that's 2005 or 2006, and and I have not used any uh, NoSQL database, like Redis or whatever, Mongo and whatever. I have not used it. I don't know exactly what, I never used them. Uh, so, so, okay, so today is, I guess, just question and answer session, random topic. So keep the comments coming, okay, guys? Good morning, Justine. Keep the comments coming. So Barrier says, okay, so George says, interested to hear your opinion on ORM. Okay, so yeah, I don't do ORM. George says, Second Life trolling griefing videos are my guilty pleasure. Yeah. So in Second Life, I also learned, I'm kind of older, like I'm 51 now. So back then, during my Second Life days, I was like 45. Whereas most people are, I suppose, teen or 20s, the gamers, and so I learned, I like to explore different people and what they do and stuff. So I learned a lot the gamers jargons, what they are like. For example, we play shooter games. Let me show you. Okay, so here are furries. Okay, so you got these furries. We are part of this group, this soldier group called Chthonic Syndicate in Second Life. We are, so Second Life is very diverse. So you have people playing first person shooter games. You have artists. Just like real life. There are like infinite number of diverse things. You can do whatever you want, just like real life. So anyway, one of the community I spend a lot of time is first person shooter with teams. So I'm in this military called Chthonic Syndicate. It's all created by people, so if you can start a military, and you can start, then there are other militaries. There's tremendous amount of fun. Okay, and for example, I remember this girl. She is a woman from Florida or somewhere around there. Okay. Oh my god, she is, so she's a gamer girl. She take money for guys. And she got me to pay her, so I did too. Anyway, so she is a leader of this Chthonic Syndicate. And by the way, like I said, everything you see in Second Life is built by people. So including the avatars, whatever you see, this, the gun, the whatever, Anyway, so here's a furry. This is me. Okay. And this soldier is from another military. I forgot the name. Anyway, there are some videos. Okay, so we had tremendous amount of fun. Well, okay, so I don't have JavaScript on here, so you don't see the videos. So let's go here, go to Chrome, and now you see the videos. So this is a battle. This is Chthonic Syndicate. This is our base, and this another military is invading us. So we have, the ground fight. We also have airplane fight. You can, let's play a little bit. So that's our base. It's kind of a, this is a mine. Let me show you. Okay. I remember her. She is a uh, mixed Asian, I think. Asian and mixed with white people blood, I think. So this is, so we were fighting, and there's also airplane above, the airplane fight. So this guy just died, so that That's why he got respawned back here. So this is Second Life, uh, and this is our base, Chthonic Syndicate. Everything you see is built by people, and and so we had a lot of fun. The weapon systems, everything. Weapon systems, you have to you have to code it. So I code a lot. I code a lot of things. So here's another video. MongoDB is shit. Okay, so here's another video. This is professionally made by this Odo. Okay, another military group is called Odo Imperialis. Okay, and they have a professionally made video. Let me play it. And what the fuck? Uh, Wait, this shouldn't be. Ah, so they banned it. This music, WMG music group, banned it based on copyright. I don't think these companies. So this is Odo. Very, if you are in Second Life and if you play, military in Second Life, then this group Odo, which is the largest military in Second Life. Uh, and their video is down. I haven't been to Second Life since about 2012, so I guess maybe it's all guns. You know, I don't know. And here's another video. This is another military group called Musketeers. All the videos gun. Jesus. Anyway, so that's about Second Life. So let me see the comments. Oh yeah, so about trolling, I also learned. So I learned tremendous things about trolling and griefing and stuff. The gamers and all the things they do and their jargons. So let's see. And there's so many jargons. The gamers jargons. Once you are like, there are so many different games in for gamers community. So you have jargons. You have to be there to know, because you have to be insider, just like programmers, like, and often they are they are on the spot, so they are so much fun, like they capture the memes, or the meme of the day or whatever. It's a lot of fun. I forgot where, but there's a grief is what grief is about, is that there are people, in Second Life, or I guess in other games, where they just go in. Their purpose is just to break anything by all means possible. They go in, they do things to uh, violate things, to make a mess of by all means possible. Sometimes using virus or whatever, uh, stuff. So that's griefing. So in Second Life, that happens a lot. For example, you can go in, you can well, it's hard to expand, unless once a lot to say about that. So okay, so let's see what other comments. Second Life trolling griefing videos. Yeah, and actually, you go to YouTube, you'll see it. You just type search for Second Life griefing. So urban says, try the Magic Leap goggles at AT&T flagship store. I don't even know where that is, because I don't go out. I don't have a car. So it's free. It uses SLAM to position itself in a room. It's interesting. My name is Emerson. Emerson, by the way, M. I don't know what M stand for. Thank you for your response. So, SLAM. I don't know what that is. Single lens something. So yeah, virtual reality, that's coming. That's becoming more and more of a reality. Like we're gonna be living in Matrix, and yeah, that's a big topic. I don't know what will happen, but right now for me, I have not tried any goggles. I'm but this is very interesting because I look forward. I mean, not exactly, but imagine there's a human brain and machine interface. That's the ultimate virtual reality. Yeah, like the Matrix, where you just connect and you you are into somewhere else. You don't know it's real or not, and that's becoming more and more real. Uh, Good morning, Justine. Barrio says, I believe I found you through the Emacs tutorials. Okay, great. But later realized that we probably share many thoughts and thinking style. Great. So Barrio and I'm schizoid too. Oh, okay. With some paranoid tendencies. INTP. Cool. Barrios. So Barrios from Houston. Okay. So let's keep in touch. You have like over the years, because as as a schizoid, usually you don't make friends. I mean, like for so let me I'm telling you my experience, because in the past 10 or 20 years I've met quite a few people who are also INTP and schizoid, or we share a lot common interest and personality too. And a lot of you, I suppose, all of you probably, we share a lot of things. But it's like over the years I realized, I don't stick, like during this week, I know you guys, we talk a lot, but then after week, after a month, okay, or after a year, it's gone. There's no like permanent kind of friendship or connection. Why? I think because it's partly just because schizoid. Oh yeah, because of me. I don't. And on the other hand, what do I do? I mean, I don't do what. So I don't know what to think about that. So yeah, but anyway, so what I'm saying is that in the past 20 years, I know a lot of people who have strong interest, and what can you do? It's not just about me, but also I guess in general, friends. Unless you happen to work together or nearby, then maybe establish more permanent and seeing each other, at least every year or so. But otherwise, online it tends to just go away. It tends to just be ephemeral. Uh, so urban fun. So okay. So let me barriers. So Abdos says, can I ask you about your opinion about Salesforce developer role? I don't know nothing about Salesforce. I heard about it. Justin is trying to say ORM is shit. Reddit is shit. Oh, Redis is pretty useful. Oh, okay. But MongoDB is shit. Okay, show. They are all shit. Except Redis is useful. Okay. I never used any of them. So Atish says, Xa is a question about the topic. Unix sucks. Do you know NixOS? I know NixOS, never used it. Or do you know GUIXSD? No, I don't know that one. Seems to be the evolution of Unix. I recommend it. You take a look. Okay, sure. Oh, Griefer. Oh, I never thought about that. George says griefers could do a lot damage with a direct interface to your brain. Yes. Yeah, so we haven't, so, the AI is coming, and the automated, driverless car, they are prone to be hacked. That's gonna, I think that's bound to happen. Like on one hand, you think, with, we can create a system that is full, that's, proven, mathematically proven to be unhackable. On one hand, I think, maybe, because math, yes, with the proof systems, proof theories, you actually could have a system that is bulletproof, software. But on the other hand, you can be quite sure because, well, first of all, many of the hacks are not necessarily, it's not entire software. Especially today, many hacks are done by human, so-called social engineering. I call your phone company, I say, oh, I forgot my phone number, I need to change it, something. Then I got your phone number. Then I break into whatever your Google bank accounts. That's that's hacking, but not by breaking password, by social engineering. So yeah, so you don't know exactly what's going to be happen. All these driverless cars, or if you have direct interface to the brain. That's, it seems likely it's gonna be problematic. I mean, it's gonna be chaotic, just like today. You have hackers every day. It's almost every day we hear news. Oh, hackers broke to this AT&T and leaked, 1 million, 1 million passwords and bank information every day. And it's like every day now, every month, well, at least every year you have that. Big companies doing that. Yeah, that's a problem. And I got a, so I feel that this is going to keep happening. Regardless whatever proof systems in software. This hacking is gonna just keep happening. So we, it's gonna be with us. So it's like we have this rather dystopia, kind of, in many science fiction movies. You have kind of this dystopia where the future, it doesn't look like one great bright city. Rather, you have these little camps, dark, ugly, messy hubs, different places, dark, and you do all kind of things, different groups. Like, actually, we are like that today. So many different, little groups, you don't know what they are. And different communities, underground, or otherwise. Then you have these mainstream corporations, they're doing their things. And it's and look at today's politics. You have, China, Western powers, and in the Western countries you have left and right, social justice scan, fighting each other. And then you cry Russia, Putin, Russia is doing things, and so it's kind of, I think it's kind of chaotic. So yeah, with the future, I think it's it's not going to be a pretty picture, unless you are just a average person. You don't want to do nothing. You're happy just, you are happy just to live in a matrix. You have a car, you work hard, you get a car, you get a wife, you have a house. Then you go your normal way, you live a happy life, like a pet, like your pet who doesn't want to go outside, who live and die in your home. So you are gonna be, unless you are like that, you are normal people, living in a matrix, you are happy. But outside of this, you have, all these different things going on. That's what I think. That seems to be the case. uh, so let me continue the comments. uh, okay, barriers. Justin says MongoDB is shit. Saw question. Okay, so Atastash says saw a question about topic Unix sucks. Do you know NixOS? Yes, I know NixOS. NixOS is basically a, correct me if I'm wrong, okay? Because I have a, there is this common Lisp phonetic friend. Okay, I have a friend who is very, he's a common Lisp coder, and he at least used to work for this company that creates this I think airplane tickets website. You know, you buy airplane tickets, that's written in common Lisp, and Google bought it. By the way, anyone know the name? Type it. Okay, I forgot the name. You can Google search, you'll find it. So there is a company that do airplane tickets that's written in common Lisp, and Google bought it like, you know, probably 7 years ago or 10. So anyway, I have this friend who is very much into common Lisp, and he told me about NixOS. Like, he's a big fan of NixOS. He tells me to use it every day on Google Plus. Back then, you know, Google killed Google Plus. But anyway, he told me about NixOS. So as far as I know, NixOS is a Linux distro that that you use functional programming to manage all the packages and dependencies. That's the idea. NixOS. Now I don't know what is GUIXSD. So so let's look up then. Okay, hold on a second. Where is the, oh, how do I get back to, God, curses. GUIXSD. GUI, oh my God, GNU. Whenever I see GNU, I know it's not gonna be good. You rather just use Nix OS. So I suppose this is a GNU's version of Nix OS. So GNU GUIX is a cross-platform package manager and a tool to translate and manage an operating system, to instantiate and manage an OS for Unix-like OS based on Nix package manager with Guile Scheme API and specialize in blah blah blah. Okay, I don't. Offhand, I immediately know this is probably no good because it doesn't work. Lots of bugs. You have to do this or that. Then among the people, every day they are going to tell you, oh, GNU Linux, oh, Free Software Foundation. They are they are living in this ideology, and you will make no money, whatever, whatsoever. Doesn't matter how much you contributed, and every time, as soon as you say something different opinion, all the people will alienate you. Yeah, that's what this is like. Like Emacs. uh Anyway, so where is my, I want to get my comments back. Jesus. Mac OS, you have this issue. Once you, what the heck, I want to get the comments back. Restore chat. Okay. So, Tesh, where are you from? Like, what city or country? So Abdul says that make developers in Silicon Valley special. What makes developers in Silicon Valley special? I don't think they are special. The programmers here, they are special because they can say on their resume, "Oh, I work for Google and Facebook." They all think they are big shots. That's what makes them special. They think they are big shots. They think they know everything. They think they can they think they can solve humanity by technology. That's the people at Google, Facebook. And today, back in 10 years ago or 20 years ago, if you work at Google, I highly respect you. Okay, you are a great programmer. You know so much. You are far above average. But today, no. If you work at Google, you are probably, I don't know what you are, and I don't even know what you are. And a lot of Googlers, they are many of them. They don't even know. I don't think they know much about programming and stuff. Because they are today, they are into social justice stuff and work at Google. Yeah, they are a dime a dozen. Google. So it becomes so yeah. So what makes developers in Silicon Valley special? Yeah, well, offhand, I'm not sure what you are thinking, but what I'm thinking is nothing special except they are full of themselves. You know, when you work at Google, the big companies, then you have a fancy car, you have money, you have lots of money. This fucking you drive Tesla and you think you are above it. But when you are like when you have money or when you are rich, you don't see it. Like I remember when I was working in a company, I'm like above. I'm above others. Because why? Because I know a lot of programming. I worked I worked myself to get that. I think it's kind of like it just happens naturally. Uh, so these people, and these Googlers, this Facebook, they think they also think not, they think they are better than others because they are smarter. They know programming and stuff, and that's why they are at Google. That's what they think generally. If I mean, this many of these are subconscious. And also they think they are morally better, superior than all the others. Yeah, because they do think that in general. That's my thinking. uh yeah. And so GUIXSD package manager use Gaia scheme for package definition, also use Gaia scheme software to manage daemon called Shepherd. It becomes the GNU official distribution. Yeah, okay. I don't think it's gonna go anywhere. In fact, I would not be surprised this GUIX SD will will become obsolete or somewhat. Nobody heard of it. In a few years. Maybe right now it's hot. Yeah, I don't think it'll go anywhere. That's typical the case with the open source, especially free software foundation stuff. They are just, it's, you are probably a free software fan. That's why you heard of it, and that's why you are suggesting it. I talked about this many times, in my videos. I was a free software foundation fanatic. I was pro Richard Stallman fanatic. I was a his fanatical supporter back in year 1990, starting in year 1998. But not today. And in fact, he's become bad. Rather, he's become rather kind of bad person now. Anyway, so if you like to hear my opinions about that, just search my YouTube videos. In the past, I have few times I talked about that for 1 hour. My story with open source and free software. Yes, okay, so thank you, Justin. So ITA Software is the company that uses Common Lisp to do airplane tickets, stuff like that, and got bought by Google. So Tesh is from Chile. Oh wow, amazing. And now I'm in Toronto, Canada. Oh, okay, that's great. That's fantastic. I have all the people all over the world. I cannot imagine. I was also surprised. Not well, not exactly too surprised because a lot of my in is it's kind of Okay, so I don't know, I don't know how to make all of these, but somehow I think a lot like all my stuff is in English, but a lot I think a lot Americans, they don't they don't exactly like me because because I flame Emacs or open source all the time. uh, so a lot mainstream Americans, for example, those who work at Google, those who big shots, from the Emacs community, there are quite a few, famous package Emacs, these package writers. They don't like me. Okay, I know, I kind of know. They don't say it because they are the type. They don't say it. I kind of I can feel it. And also they are kind of in the social justice today. They are, oh, we support women. Like they repost women stuff every day and stuff. Well, but I don't want to. I don't want. There are exceptions. I don't want to generalize, but I think it is true that a lot of Americans, they don't follow me. But on the other hand, I have a lot of followers from from Chile or all over the place. And anyway, but maybe that's just a misconception. Maybe that's a misinformation, because maybe I'm thinking maybe actually Emacs people actually are from all over the place. So I'm guessing if you guys are following other Emacs video YouTubers, and from that account, from he will also see all kind of people from all around different places. So what else, guys? What else? Comments? How long we've been talking? We've been talking for 1 hour now. So let me have a drink. And today's drink is, again, it's apple juice, treetop apple juice. And it says never from, it says 100% pure pressed, and it says never from concentrate. So what is the difference, by the way? So like, what is exactly the difference from, and I'm mixing it with energy drink, sugar-free energy drink. So concentrate juice, as far as I know, by the way, I always drink 100% juice. It must be 100%, so no sugar, no extra stuff added. It's just juice. But typically it's concentrate, meaning they squeeze, make juice, then they perhaps dry it, you know evaporate the waters out, then they add the water back, something like that. That's concentrate. No comments, guys. Guys, say something. Say something. And so that's concentrate juice. And now this one is pressed. So I guess that means, they say never concentrate. That means they never evaporated the water out. But what is the significance anyway? Uh, oh, George says cold pressed preserve more nutrients. Concentrate is heated to a high temperature. Oh, I see. So that makes sense. Okay, so next time I'll always get the 100% pure pressed apple juice instead of concentrate, because usually you have a choice, and usually they are the same price. Oh, okay. Oh, and changes flavor once you have the high temperature. That's right. I guess that's called pasteurized, right? Pasteurized is like high temperature, right? And okay. So anything else? Abdul says, "Thank you for answer. Awesome." Abdul, which one is Abdul? Okay, yeah, about Silicon Valley. So Abdul, where are you from again? Let's pop this out. Abdul, where are you from again? So George says, "Have you heard of SV3 Ridge?" No. What is that? Tesh Tesh says, "Where are you from? Do you think China will be the future of the technology?" You should watch my video about Hong Kong. Like I had like two videos about Hong Kong, especially the one I think yesterday. You know check it out. Tesh Tesh, where I talked about where I from. I talked about this few times. I was born in Taiwan. At age 14, I left Taiwan. I lived in South America, Paraguay for a while, then Central America, Paraguay for a year, Central America for half a year, then Canada, Vancouver and Montreal for 3 years. Then in 1989, I came to at age 21. I came to USA, California. So for the past 30 years, I've been living in California, USA. And about whether China, China is today is tremendous. Actually, I think a lot of people don't know. Actually, is Green Deck here? Because the other day, yesterday, I got a sense he have no idea. You take a look. Like take a look. I'm surprised. I'm American, by the way. I'm Chinese blood, but I'm American citizen since 2001. I think 2000 or 2001. So I feel China and USA is kind of like enemies in many ways. But I have I don't want if I've thought about if what happens if China and USA go to war. Who would you support? It's hard to say. It's not it's not like I'm gonna support one or the other, but yeah. So I thought about that. It's really really hard to say. But anyway, so but one thing, I have feelings for both. I'm not gonna just support one or the other. It's like it's hard to say. It's like when civil war happens in USA. The left social justice fuck. Versus the conservatives. If a civil war happens, who you gonna support? If you are American, the question is similar like that. But anyway, so about China. So yeah, China. It's amazing. They have space stations. They send they right now they are they send to the moon. They landed on the backside of the moon. But they are tremendous. They are if you look at photos or videos, just go to YouTube, search for some city, Shenzhen, almost any city in China. You see those skyscrapers. It's like tremendous prosperity. Okay, it's like like I'm surprised. I never went to China. Okay, but but you cannot stop seeing them. I mean, if you at least look a little bit, and their trains, super speed trains, and like, and also supercomputers, like for the world's fastest supercomputers was China. I think 2 years ago it's USA again, but a few years back it's all China, supercomputers and all that. So China is growing tremendously, and they have their own Google, right? They have their own Baidu, and they have their shopping system is far more advanced than USA. Like in US you have, we hear, Apple Pay, oh Apple Pay or whatever, Google wallet. But in China, It's all you don't like USA, you still write checks. In China you don't even use credit cards. Like credit card is not popular in China. Every like the common people, not just not tech heads, everybody, you have a phone, you just swipe it. What they use what's called WeChat. I never used it, but anyway. But on the other hand, you probably heard the American is talking about the China created system, the where the government is monitoring everything. That's American. That's American propaganda. Okay, I tell you. Anyway, so China is this tremendously technological growing thing. It's becoming, it's a regional power. And right now USA is considered the global superpower. And I'm not sure how you qualify. Maybe China is becoming a global superpower. But anyway, it's a big thing. So the question is, what will the future be like in 10 years? Uh, will China take over USA, becomes the world's superpower, or will China be fighting with USA like the two superpowers, or maybe other countries? Okay, excuse me if I didn't mention other big countries. Actually, 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 nothing comes offhand right now. It's like just China and USA. But if you have some idea, say it. Okay, post your opinions. By the way, keep the comments coming. So anyway, and so the question is, what will happen in 10 years or 20 years? Will it's gonna be China versus USA, or is there a possibility, or is it just USA? China never actually, maybe it just stopped progressing, or maybe China took over, or some other things. So what will happen? I don't know. Actually, so the my answer, my answer, thinking about everything, is actually I don't know. No, I think nobody actually knows. There are many experts. There are economic experts. There are AI experts. There are many China specialist experts. Or typically their predictions historically are all wrong. Okay, so and so I think so I don't think anyone knows actually. And also in science fictions, in American science fictions, you have a lot of science fictions that say, in the future, China is taking over, or China is something, or the world is becoming three powerful global, groups. One is like China, one is USA, and Western or whatever. Anyway, so but I think nobody actually can say for sure. Nobody knows. Yeah. So that's what I think. Yeah. So what is the SV3 ridge? What is it? Is a guy? Is some kind of a drama? YouTube? The meme thing. Okay, so it's a guy. So let's see. Okay, that's too big. Shrink. So this guy, Gatis Lasdins, better known as SV3 Rich Gotis, is a Latvian YouTuber, anti-vegan activist. He's known for eating raw meat at vegan events. Oh, okay. He also supported flat Earth theory. Okay. I don't know. I don't know him. Yeah, well, now I know. It's kind of the internet weird. Yeah. So are you into vegetism, vegan, or are you into? I know there's a guy who eat. Was it you who told me? Who eat raw meat? All these internet stories. Abdul is from Egypt. Oh, okay, I remembered. And George is from Australia, because now once I see George type Chinese, I remembered. That's Ludo fan. That's his favorite food. That's great food. Oh, 咸卤饭,卤肉饭. Yeah, that's uh, that's kind of Chinese, Taiwanese rather dish. That's in English. It's called how do you call that in English? Uh, Basically, it's rice, with chopped up meat, chopped up meat, processed chopped up meat with sauce. And kind of like teriyaki. Oh yeah, braised pork rice. Okay, that's braised pork rice. Okay, Luo Fan. Yeah, that's his favorite. I haven't had that for for 10 years. Oh my god. Yeah. QR code. So what about QR code? I never used QR code. Actually, I never used QR code in my life. So Abdo is from Egypt. Okay, and a tesh tesh is from Chile. Is it pronounced Chile or Chile? So Tesh Tesh says, "Whoa, Taiwan is beautiful. My girlfriend is from there, and when I visit her country, I felt love. I felt in love of the landscape and food." Okay, uh, hot pot, yes. So George says, "I was surprised America still make money out of paper when I went there." What do you mean? I mean, in China, you also, I mean, almost every country that you still print paper money, right? Yeah. So, is anything else? I think that's it for today. We've been talking over an hour. Yeah. So, if not, then we'll shut down in 1 minute. So, within 1 minute, you type your questions. Then we maybe I'll answer it. Otherwise, we shutting down in 1 minute. I think. Yeah. Let's see what. So Bartholomew is not here. He want okay. So tomorrow, actually tomorrow, what time? Maybe I'll do another one. Okay, so I'll do another one at San Francisco time, six o'clock. In other words, 8 hours from now. I think I will do another one 8 hours from now. Maybe not, but I think I will. I think I will. 8 hours from now, 8:09. Okay, so if you guys are interested, check back my YouTube. Uh, yeah, 8 or 9 hours from right now. And George says, George, 你说中文吧？你 yeah. So you speak Chinese for sure because you can type Chinese, or you speak and listen Chinese, right? And you also read Chinese. George says money has been made out of plastic in Australia as long as I remember. Oh, really? How is that possible? I mean, the kind of paper money. 我中文不好. Okay. You mean paper money out of plastic? Abdo, great. So otherwise, that's it for today. Yeah. So thank you guys for coming. Uberfun, Uberfun, Barrio, and everyone. Justin. Bye. Let me try this. Let me try stop video from here. Oh, I cannot. Well, actually, let me try this. I want to try this YouTube, this control, this YouTube changing stuff every month. So so anyway, the video ended. Okay, thank you guys. So I'm just gonna try something, and if I screw up, that's good. It's end. So go to live control room. Okay, let's do that. new stream from previous. This is very confusing. What the fuck? Yeah, okay.